Why am I not interested in going out and meeting a man? Well, let me tell you. I went out about a month ago with one of my really good friends. We were with his friend group. There was a guy that joined from this friend group. Let's call him Steve. Steve and I get talking and he buys me a drink and I said, "Thank you, Steve. This is lovely." And I stood there with him and I chatted with him for a while. Most of our conversation was him interrupting me to go, "Has anybody ever told you how beautiful your eyes are?" Very weird, super uncomfortable, but I thought, hey, maybe he's a bit nervous. Maybe I'll give him the time of day. At one point, we decided to go upstairs, go to the other little bar, and then come back downstairs. On our way coming back downstairs, someone was walking past me, looked a bit nervous, like they weren't with anybody, looked, I'm gonna assume queer. I know I shouldn't do that, but I think this man was gay. Because I was feeling fun and crazy, I decided to be the nice person in the room because I don't like being in a room where I can see someone is left out. I very gently walked past him, made a nice little comment just to give him someone to talk to for a second because Steve was trailing far behind me. I said something nice like, "I like your shirt," or something like that. I can see the relief in this man's face. He automatically starts his conversation with me. He's like, "I'm just looking for my friend." We get into a conversation about where he's from. He's so lovely. We start talking about the queer community. After about a minute of talking to this guy, I notice Steve is nowhere to be found. I turn around and Steve is stood far away from me, pretty far. Like, he saw me talking to someone else, and instead of coming up and joining the conversation, he stood there like an angry little rat in the corner, and he watched me talk to the new prospect. When I decided to quickly wrap up this conversation with this new, lovely, presumably gay gentleman, Steve beelines to me, comes up to me after knowing me for probably, maybe an hour, and he goes, "I didn't like that. I didn't like that." And I went, "Oh, what do you mean?" He goes, I didn't like that. I didn't like that. I'm with you. I'm with you. I've bought you a few drinks at this. I'm with you. You're with me and you're talking to some other guy." And I was like, first of all, he's gay. Second of all, I was trying to be nice. Third of all, you were way behind me. I was just stepping in. That's fine. Also, you don't own me. What do you mean? I cannot deal with this like ownership thing that so many men push onto women, especially if they feel like they've bought them a few drinks and now it's like they've locked them in for the night. How are you gonna go out in public with a bunch of strangers, meet someone and talk to them, and then the moment this stranger that you don't know talks to someone else, be like, "I don't like that." I should mention as well that everybody in this friend group was saying, "Oh, Steve is the best. Steve's the best dude around. Oh, he's so cool. He's so funny. Oh, don't worry about him. He's gonna be great. You're gonna have the best time." So the whole time I was like, do I go away from him or do I keep talking to him? Because everyone's saying that he's amazing, but it was like the worst. It was the worst night.
I feel like there is such an audacity with people these days, and it's why I don't typically let people buy me drinks unless I know them really, really well and they're already my friend. But like, if there's been some form of transaction, if they've paid for something for you, they think they own you for the night. And I don't see that, like I don't agree with it personally. But besides from that, she wasn't even flirting with this new man. Like she said, she thinks he might be gay and she can't know that for certain, but either way, a man and a woman can talk to each other in a platonic manner without it being like, "Oh my God, she's leaving with him. She's cheating on me. She's left me." First of all, you've known this woman a couple of hours. You brought her a couple of drinks. She doesn't actually owe you anything. If you want to buy someone a drink, that should be out of the goodness of your heart. Can it have flirty undertones? Yes, absolutely it can, but the person you brought the drink for does not have to reciprocate those. You can't force that upon them just because you paid for something. I think she's kind of dodged a bullet with seeing that so early in this man, and it sounds like she got home safe and everything was okay in the end, and she is clearly very capable of sticking up for herself and voicing her own opinions.
Send in your videos to be featured on our channel. Thanks for watching awesome videos. Like and follow.